Hi, I'm here from Aunt M's Quilts and M's Scrap Bag, and today I'm going to talk to you about making orphan quilts. Do you have orphan blocks? I get a lot of them. Blocks that I create while I'm making tutorials for you. Blocks that I test as I'm getting ready for sew-along. My sew-along, if you're not a part of it, I just wanted to let you know it's a great way to build your skills. We do piecing, we do applique, we do improv, all kinds of different ways to improve your skills. So if you haven't joined, I'll put a link in the description below so that you can check it out and decide if that's something you want to do. So like I said, I just have a bin here full of orphan blocks. And then every year the Utah Quilt Guild gets together and they have an orphan block night. And so the quilt behind me is one of those quilts that we made. And then we donate all of those to charity. So I thought it would be fun today to share some of those quilts to give you some inspiration and ideas on how you can combine orphan blocks and create quilts for yourself or for charity or however you want to use them. Thanks for watching my video. Remember to like and subscribe. All right, let's get started. This orphan block quilt uses a bunch of different 9 patches of different sizes, and then we just did sashing to make them all the right size. Then a few other, like this is a square and a square block. They were added in, and then sashing was added to make them the right size. So here's like mini 9 patches that were sewn together to make it the right size. So just when blocks are not the same size, you can just add a sashing. Here's a snowball block. And then you can vary the size. You can see the size of the sashing varies depending on the width of the block. So that's an option that you can use when you create an orphan block quilt. For this orphan block quilt, smaller blocks were added on 2 sides to make them as large as the other blocks that were in the quilt. Then a sashing was added with cornerstones, and finally a border. So that's another idea you can use for your orphan block quilt. This orphan block probably ended up in the pile because one of the blocks is turned funky. Rather than pick, we took the orphan block, we used it as a center, added sashing with these other orphan blocks that were in the bin, and then we took the churn block and added a border and put these as cornerstones. So that's one idea you can do for an orphan block quilt. This orphan block quilt put backgrounds together and used different orphaned applique with some piece blocks to create this fun quilt. So know that applique can be combined in your orphan blocks and use those up to make a great orphan block quilt. In this orphan block quilt, 2 giant Dresdens were combined for a center, and we added the purple to make the outside border large enough, combined with some more of the orphan blocks that we found in the pile. Just one more idea of ways you can combine orphan blocks. Thanks for watching the video. I hope this has given you lots of inspiration. See you next time.